Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today I am looking at the Geonosis Battle Droid from Hot Toys. This is a figure that, wasn't really super exciting for, most Hot Toy collectors, but for the die-hard prequel fans and Clone Wars fans, I think this was a wonderful addition to the shelf, as we do have a few clones by now in the Hot Toys line, and yeah, it's only right that we add some CIS droids to the opposition. And I think this is a good start. I will say I do want the classic look and some of the other officer variants and such like that, but like I said, this is a great start. Getting right into the packaging, nice clean black box, but it does have a slip cover, which does reveal kind of a Kenner style box with a window, and you can kind of see the figure and some of the accessories inside. It does come with, as you can see probably in the box, a C-3PO head, that, kind of a figure that a bunch of companies are doing right now at the moment, but this is very cool and kind of, this figure pairs well with another Hot Toy figure that was the Episode 2 C-3PO, of course, and that actually does come with the Battle Droid head, so you can kind of have that specific look from Attack of the Clones, which is very nice. But with no further ado, I love the packaging, but let's get this guy out of the package. Alright, and getting this guy laid out, fresh, still in the package, all accessories, nicely shown. This guy looks absolutely fantastic. Just, first opening impressions, the C-3PO head does look amazing as well. And, not super heavy on the accessories really at all, but I think he comes with what he needs to come with, and really just the fact that they threw in the binocs is really cool in my opinion. But yeah, let's get this guy out of the package. Alright, and going over some of the accessories more closely, this display base I really do enjoy, as it does have a little kind of environmental piece that you can put on just to add a little bit more something to the shelf, but you can also take it away for a nice clean look, but still gives that kind of, and it is a little textured, but still gives that kind of Geonosis arena look. He also does come with two options for the backpack or antenna pieces, and these are real metal, I believe, and they are adjustable. And they feel like real metal, so I assume they are real metal. That is very nice to see, as, this thinner plastic is very, tricky to deal with, and this rubber hose piece is rubbery. So, very nice to see, and I mean, the paint apps on this guy is just unbelievable. I mean, look at that. You couldn't tell me that this is plastic in my hand. It also does come with an attachment for the gun, which is the blaster, I'm sorry, which is very nice, and glad they gave you the two options for that. And speaking of weathering, these binocs might be my favorite accessory that this guy comes with. Definitely displaying them with him. I love little world building aspects like this, little accessories that just give them kind of a duty on the shelf. It's silly, but it gives them, they're not just standing there, they're doing something on the shelf. It sounds really silly, and yeah, just really silly, but he also does come with his blaster, which paint apps, amazing. It's Hot Toys, we all know what they do. Very, very nice accessories. I love this accessory. Is one of my favorite Hot Toys accessories. And the reason I will be getting to go, I'm definitely going on the hunt for a second one of these. I found this guy in the wild, so I wasn't gonna get two. I felt like I needed the one you know, I found him in the wild. I couldn't pass him up. But now that I'm getting him open and feeling the quality of this figure and the different display options, 110% am getting a second one specifically to display with this head sculpt right here, because this thing looks absolutely fantastic. Just a beautiful sculpt, beautiful articulation. I mean, his head, a C-3PO with head movement is pretty cool. So yeah, just, I mean, even a ball joint down here. So just a cool accessory, cool, you know, totally two different characters that you can display on the shelf. All right, and here he is out of the packaging, fresh, you know, no pose, no nothing, just raw thoughts. Before we jump right into, you know, my thoughts on this amazing figure, I was not expecting to love this guy so much. As you know, if you're new here, I love you. You're amazing. Keep watching. But for those of you that are a returning audience member, you may have noticed now that my format of shooting this video is a little bit different. And I'm really trying to, I guess, intensify the quality of my hot toy reviews in particular. I really want them, since, you know, I am reviewing a expensive collectible, I do want them to be a little bit more high quality. I know I've joked about, you know, having poor quality videos in the past, and I'm just a kid, you know, well, not a kid, but I'm just a guy making videos about action figures that I love, so I don't take it too seriously. But I don't know, I've just taken some pride in my Hot Toys collecting and feeling a little inspired by some other collectors and content creators in the Hot Toys community. So yeah, if you see anything, you know, pulled from other, you know, very popular Hot Toy reviewers, you know, that is intentional. I'm, you know, not trying to come off as these are my own, you know, ideas, or I'm the first one doing a Hot Toy review like this. So, you know, yeah, just wanted to preface that. And also, you know, my Hot Toys 501st Trooper from Kenobi review is coming this week. I promise it will come out after the Droidica Black Series review, actually. I kind of wanted to shoot this review as kind of a test for the new format that I wanted to start using. So this was kind of a test trial. And yeah, I just wanted to put that out there before we jump right into this amazing figure, because he is absolutely fantastic. I don't know why I almost passed on this guy altogether. I don't think I would have ever bought him if I never found him in the wild. I found him for $199, and I know that's basically $200, but when you find a Hot Toy for under $200, I feel like you got to pull the trigger on him. And, you know, as this guy is, you know, not as much plastic or as much, I guess, product as some other Hot Toys, that's why he is a little bit cheaper. I think he has just as much presence on the shelf as some other characters. And I mean, you gotta have a battle droid. These guys are just too fun to not have on the shelf. So yeah, I mean, just looking at this guy, you guys already probably know he is absolutely fantastic. I mean, the weathering, I will say, you know, maybe some people would say it's a little heavy on the weathering, as, you know, these were fresh off the line, you know, on the Battle of Geonosis, but that was a grimy, dirty factory, so you already know these guys are getting scuffed up, you know, while being thrown together in that factory. I mean, they're being made by bugs, so you can't really expect the nice shine. But first impressions, this guy is a beautiful figure. He moves great. Just moving him around a little bit before I hit record here was fantastic, and I was really worried this guy would have some either flimsy joints or, you know, just a little bit nervous to move him around and such, but I will say that's not the case. He stands amazing, he moves amazing, the articulation. You know, I will say, with any hot toy, you want to be a little more careful than, you know, your average action figure, I'd say. But really, you know, if you're used to handling hot toys by now, I think this is a great figure. Obviously, thin joints, so be very careful with that. But as you saw in the tray, they give you plenty of extra joints and everything like that, so that is just fantastic. All right, and going over a little bit of articulation, I really just don't like going over articulation in my videos anymore, as I just find it redundant. We all know how, you know, an action figure moves, the points of articulation in an action figure, but I will point out when there are weird or different, you know, articulation points that kind of need to be pointed out, I guess. This is two separate pieces, so this floats freely as you can move it around. His head is on a ball here, so it gets all the range you need. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. It can even, you know, fold down. I'm pretty sure this guy was advertised as being able to fold up. I'm not gonna do that. I will never display him like that, so I'm not gonna do that. This also has a similar articulation point as the SH Figuarts Battle Droid, where it does have this cup that you are going to want to move out of the way before you move the arm up like that, or else it's going to get caught right there. As you can see, I move it up and it gets caught. So you don't want that to happen, or it might pop this pin out, and yeah, you just don't want that to happen. So move that up, push it back down where you need it, and that is how the arm moves. And also, it also swivels right here. And I would grab this whole thing when swiveling it just because of those small joints. So yeah, just some, you know, interesting articulation points on this guy that could cause some breakage if not dealt with properly, or, you know, be careful with your figures, guys. Come on. His abs do move a little bit. This, if you're used to Black Series or the SH Figuarts even, this is very, very similar to the SH Figuarts articulation scheme. Almost identical, I would say. So they definitely took notes probably from that, I would guess. Also, I guess I'll show it. For the collapsible mode, you do just pull this neck piece up and he can tuck his chin in there to get that look. So, you know, if you are looking to do that, that is how you do it. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, it's just like the Black Series or SH Figuarts. Very, very similar articulation. All right, and I really did want to get you guys, show you guys the C-3PO head on this guy, but I'm trying to pull this head. That's what you're supposed to do, is pull it off this little ball joint here, but it's so thin and it just really didn't want to come off for me, so I feel bad. I don't want to try it until I get a second one in hand. I would highly suggest going to check out either Jedi Patrol or Justin's collection. They have amazing reviews of this figure already, 100 times better than this review. So they do show it in theirs. I'm positive. I know Justin does. So go check that out if you're curious. I just really don't want to break this figure right now. I'm so happy about it that I'm gonna leave him as a B1. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. You know, yeah, it just sucks. I'm sorry. I feel bad. All right, and getting into some comparisons here, I had to do it. This is maybe where he will be displayed. with my Phase 1 clones from Attack of the Clones, of course. Yeah, obviously this figure I have 4, and I'm planning on getting 6. I have the 5th one on the way. But I have 4 right now. 2 are Phase 1, 2 are Phase 2. The 2 more that I'm getting one will be one more Phase 1, one more. Well, I don't know yet. I might do 4 Phase 1 and just 2 Phase 2. I was gonna do 4 Phase 2 and 2 Phase 1, but for some reason, this past like 6 months, Phase 1 has like grown on me so much. I used to really not like Phase 1 clones all that much at all, really. Like Phase 2 was my, like, I really only wanted Phase 2 clones in my collection. And now I'm like the opposite. I just want Phase 1s. I love that design. I don't know what has made it grown on me, if it's nostalgia for particularly Attack of the Clones. I'm really starting to think that might be my favorite prequel movie. I'm not gonna lie. I know, blasphemy for Revenge of the Sith, and I always used to be a Revenge of the Sith. You know, that's the best Star Wars movie, and I think it is. But I think my most fun Star Wars movie is Attack of the Clones. And just the prequels in general. I freaking love the prequels, man. Alright, and another Attack of the Clones figure that I'm just so happy Hot Toys did. And of course, it's another clone. But Hot Toys just went really hard for the 20th of Attack of the Clones, which really just solidifies that they're going to go hard for Revenge of the Sith, because if they went hard for Attack of the Clones, they know they have to for Revenge of the Sith, which is only good for us. But yeah, just an amazing clone trooper figure that they gave us, and just really cool for fleshing out the Geonosis display, really. Alright, so at the end of the day, I think this is an amazing addition to the Hot Toys collection. If you are a prequel fan, if you are a Clone Wars fan, I'd say go support this figure. We need more battle droids in the Hot Toys line. I can't believe I was going to pass on this guy. I am so incredibly happy that I have him in my collection now. I'm legit so happy. It is... I always say this about every Hot Toy I open, but one of my favorite Hot Toys. I mean, it's a fun figure. You can just have fun with them. Yeah, just love it. So this is a record for one of the longest videos I've made in a long time. I've really tried to cut down on the long videos like this. But I like the format. I hope you guys like this new format for the Hot Toys reviews. I'm really going to try to keep doing this and kind of making them a little more interesting, hopefully. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Stay tuned for the Droideka Black Series review coming very shortly. I should have hopefully it out by tomorrow. And then the Hot Toys Kenobi 501st, that figure I cannot wait to open. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be adding a few more to my collection just like this guy. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to my channel members. You guys are real ones. I love you. Commander Cook, David Edge. Ayy.